In this video, I will show you how you can fill up the DS-160 form for F1 visa. For that, just go to any browser and search for DS-160 on Google or any other search engine. So yeah, usually the first link will be of your DS-160. Look, this cx.state.gov, gen NIV stands for non-immigrant visa. Gen, I'm not sure what it stands for. Anyway, so this link is the origin. I mean, is the authentic link for your DS-160. Go to this link. So this is where you should fill up the DS-160 form. This is the official website. So when you go to this site, you will see something like this page. So what you have to do is, first you have to select a location where you will be applying for this visa. Okay, so first things first. So this portal or this site of DS-160, I mean, this is very time sensitive or what. So it will log you out for just couple of seconds of inactivity. So what you should do it, I will show you, but you have to remember that you have to save your work every every tens of seconds or something like that. Otherwise you will lose that particular page. But yeah, if you move to another page, the previous pages will be automatically saved usually. And you should always have a notepad open. Any text editor or notepad will do, just to save some important information, like at least the DS-160 application number. Other things, I mean, if you do everything correctly, they will be automatically saved. Yeah. So okay, let's begin. So just select the location where you will be applying for this visa. I mean, select the location of your embassy. So for this example purpose, I will select Dhaka, Bangladesh. So just search for it or look for it by scrolling up or down. Okay, another thing is the country will come first, then the location of the embassy. So my country is Bangladesh. So here, Bangladesh, Dhaka, I will select it. It will automatically tweak. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, the page reloaded itself. It will, but it also reset itself, because this page were inactive, or there were no activity on this page for a couple of seconds. So yeah, this is what you should face, and it's very irritating. It can get very irritating at times. Okay, anyway, so okay, it's not showing anything, so I will turn off the ad blocker. If you have any kind of ad blocker, you should just turn it off for this site at least. So, okay, it's reloading. Taking some time. And this is how this page look. Don't worry if this right side appears blank. It's how this should look. Okay, anyway, so it loaded now. So we will. Okay, it's not loading anything for me. I've turned it off, but I'm not sure what's happening. Okay, we will come to it again. DS-160. Just to go to this link. Yeah, it's working now. So yeah, it can it can work the abruptly timing. Okay, another thing is, everything you type in this DS-160 portal, it will be in capital or block letter. So as you can see, this captcha, these are in block letter, but you can type just in small letter and it will appear in block letter. See, I'm typing on my keyboard in small letter. I didn't press caps lock or shift, but it appeared in block letter, and it will be for everything on this portal. So yeah, after you've typed in the captcha and also the location of your visa, you should select start an application, because you are just I'm assuming it's the first time you are applying. Okay, I'll just talk in a fast manner, okay, because it will just time out in a couple of seconds. Okay, just first you don't need to read this, just it's just terms and conditions or something like that. Just press I agree, copy this and paste it in a text pad or something, notepad or something. So this is your DS-160 number or application number. Save it somewhere. You won't need it. Okay, another thing is you have to select a security question. It could be anything, just you need to remember it. Okay, so my mouse is not working somehow, it's embarrassing. Okay, anyway, what is your mother's mother, father's? I mean, choose any security question from this list. School did you attend? What school did you attend when you were 11 years old? I will write any name, like anything. I mean, it could be just one word, it doesn't have to be even meaningful. I will write bells, just bells, just remember this, bells. I will type security bells. Okay, as I typed in small letter but it appeared capital letter, so I will type bells. I have just saved it somewhere for me to remember later. Okay, as this is an example, I will write everything in just, I mean, as a sample. I won't write any meaningful things. So surname, it could be anything like Jones, given name, let's say Michael or something, full name in native alphabet. Okay, if you are not English speaking, then you have to write this in your native language. So as I'm from okay, anyway, so for example, if your native tongue is Bengali, then you have to write this name. It should be Michael Jones. For this example, then you should write Michael Jones in Bangla in here. Okay, so another thing is okay, so moving on, have you ever used any other name? If you have used any other name, I mean, it has to be documented up. I mean, if it's in either any of your documentation, like in your any of your certificates or something, then you should select yes. Otherwise you can, I mean, if people calls you by your nickname or something, you have a family name, family nickname, if everybody calls you in that name, but it's not your certified name, it's not in any of your documentation, then you don't need to type yes, just select no. But if it's any of your documentation, then type yes. Okay, so do you have a telecode that represents the name? Okay, for every question there is a help or hints or tips, so you should read that. And usually we don't have any telecode, but some people might do, so usually it's no, but you should read that. Okay, sex, just select your sex, it's male. Marital status, select your marital status. If you are married, then single, widow, divorce, whatever it is, I'll select married. Okay, so okay, it's been some time, so I will just save it. Okay, otherwise it will just time out. Okay, lucky me, it didn't time out. Okay, it's asking me to write in my native language, so okay, Google outlook.im. Michael Jones. Okay, just copy it. I mean, I don't have the Bengali input language installed, so I'll just do this. Okay, so there it goes. Then select your birth date, month, then year. I will randomly select this city. It's select Dhaka. I mean, it's your city. Select the city of your birth. So it's your birth date and place. Okay, so select the your birth date that's on your application, on your passport. Select the city that's on your passport. State or province. Okay, for some country like for Bangladesh there is no state or province, so for those countries just select does not apply, or otherwise if you have any state or province just write that. Like for USA they have state, for Canada they have province, but for Bangladesh we don't have anything, so I will select does not apply. Country of region, I will type Bangladesh, then select save. I could just go to the next page, but it's better to save it, otherwise it will just time out. Okay, yeah, continue application. Oh, hard luck, we just got saved. Okay, so we will move on to the next page. I will keep it here, so we won't need this one. I'll just close it anyway. Country of region of origin, it nationality and place of birth is same for my example, so I'll just keep it same. If it's different for you, select your country of region of origin. You have hold or have you hold any nationality other than the indicated above on nationality. So if this I mean if you held any other nationality other than this one, then you should select yes. Then you have to put that nationality here in for here, and if you don't have any other nationality other than this one, I mean whatever you select here, then just select no. For me, or for my example, I don't have any other nationalities, so I have selected no. Are you permanent resident of a country or region other than your country of region? If you are permanent resident of a country of region other than the country of origin, this one, so you should select yes, and then you have to put the info here, otherwise just select no. National identification number, just type any number, I mean whatever is national identification number, and if it's for a child, then, or if you don't have any national ID, then select does not apply, otherwise just type something, whatever. US social security number, if you are not from the US, you won't have any social US SSN, so just select does not apply. US taxpayer ID number, if you are not from the US, usually you won't have any taxpayer ID, so select does not apply, and just save first. I mean for security purpose, by security I mean see here, if I went to the next page, it would log me out. So anyway, we are done with second page. Okay, purpose of trip to the US. As we are filling for the student or F-1 visa, we will have to select this academic or language student, F, specify. So I'm just filling this form for the student itself, so I will select student. If you are filling this form for a dependent F2 and he's a child, then select child of an F1, or if he's a spouse or she is a spouse, then select spouse of an F1. So, and then you have to give their information, but as I'm filling this form for student or F1, then I've selected F1. Have you made any specific travel plans? Usually before visa, no one usually makes any travel plans because they are not sure whether they'll get the visa, usually. So you can just select no, but nonetheless they will ask you for your intended date of arrival. Okay, so okay, let me just save first, otherwise it will just log me out. Okay, so yeah, this is what happened. You have to continuously, every couple of seconds you have to just save this form, otherwise you will just log out without thinking. So okay, intended date of arrival, you have to take this from your I-20. So okay, I'll just save it, and in the meantime I will search for sample I-20 form. Okay, Okay, see, they signed me out, session timed out. So yeah, even if I just save in couple of seconds, they have signed me out. So it will happen to you too. I mean, more than you can remember. So okay, so here when they log you out, you have to log in again, and this the procedure is almost the same when you sign in or sign up. So just select your location, embassy location. It will just automatically refresh based on your choice of location. Then type in the captcha 3Y. Then now, as you have already signed up for a form, you shouldn't select start an application now, because you already have started an application. Now you should select retrieve an application. Okay, and you have to use this info. So copy this one, your application ID. So this is your application ID, the application ID that you got. Okay, just copy it and paste it. So that's when you need it. Okay, the most first 5 letters of his surname. Okay, you should also remember, of course I'm using an example name, so I have to remember this, but your surname you should always remember. Okay, so our surname was Jones, Michael Jones, so surname is Jones. Year is 1993, year of birth. What school did you attend? So this is the security question. We selected Bells, so you should type that one. So this info, you need this info, so always remember them. Okay, so we are back on the previous page. So this is what happens. So okay, they doesn't remember our last page, and that's expected. Have you made any specific travel plans as we talked about? No, but look, your program start date is 1st September 2015. Okay, for example, and you are to, you can, the earliest arrival date on USA is 1 month before your program start date. So as this is 1 September, so that could be 1st August. So you could just go 2 or 3 weeks before your intended start date. So as this is 1st September, you could just write, maybe 20th August. Okay, 20th August. What is this? 2015. But we are filling this up in 2025, so we will just write 2025. Okay, and intended length of stay, you should calculate it from this one. So you should okay, first let me just save this month between 1 September 21 Sep 2025 and this is 31st May 2021. 2015 to 2021 is 6 years. So this is 2025. So this should be okay, 31st May 2031. 64 months. Okay, it may be for PhD, right? Yeah. So anyway, it's 68 months 4 weeks. 4 weeks is 1 month. Approximately. So you should write 69 months. Okay, so here intended length of stay, you should write this as per your I-20, and you write 20 states. This is approximately 69 months, so write that. Even if you know your program length is less than that, you should just go with your I-20. Okay, so okay, and now address where you will stay in the US. You don't know right now where you will stay in the US, before going there, so you should always write your school address. Okay, so your school address is this one. Okay, So you just will just copy it. Okay, this MD, I'm sure Washington. Okay, just copy it, paste it here. Okay, it doesn't work, so we will use Google Lens. Select text. Okay, we have spent some time, so just select it. Okay, we will just paste it here. Okay, so street address line 1, we should, I will just, okay, message street address 2 line 2 is, I'm not sure what does FT Washington means. Maybe we should Google it, but Google it fast because it will just log us out. So in the meantime, I will just save it. Okay, FT stands for Fort. I didn't know that. Nancy Lane, Fort Washington, MD. What does MD stands for? I'm not sure. Okay, anyway, so this is Fort. Okay, this is Fort Washington, not Washington. Okay, so we will just write Fort Washington. City is Fort Washington, I think. I mean, I'm not sure, but as I'm trying to show you the complete picture, so I'm searching. No, Maryland is not a city, is the former sensor. Okay, it's not a city, so we should write Maryland or whatever is in your I-20. Okay, I mean, I'm just using it as an example. Okay, but your I-20, or you should know whatever is in. Okay, state is Maryland. Zip code is 20744 or whatever it is in your I-20. Just save it first. Okay, otherwise it will just log you out. I'll just pause it. Okay, person or entity paying for your trip itself. If you are sponsoring yourself, I mean you're funding your education. If it's other person, just select this, or your employer in the US or whatever it is. For student, it's usually either self or other person. So if you are funding your education, you're the sponsor, then select self, or otherwise other person if it's your parents or someone else. So I'll go with self and save this. Continue application. Now we can just go to the another page. Are there any persons traveling with you? Okay, this so if you are going alone, I mean going alone means if you are you standing for the visa alone, or you have any dependents or F2. If you are alone, I mean it doesn't matter whether you and your friends both are applying, but you are not applying together. You are traveling with you means whether you don't have any dependents or something. So you are going alone, so you should write no. And if you are going with your you have dependents like F2, then you should select F. Yes, okay. So if you're going alone, select no and just go to the next page. Okay, have you ever been in the US? If you have, select yes, or otherwise no. I have not, or in my example person has not, so I should select no. Have you ever been issued a US visa? My example person has not. If you have been issued a US visa, select yes. Have you ever been refused a US visa? If you have, select yes or no. My example person has not, then no. Has anyone ever filed an immigrant petition on your behalf? If anyone has, select yes, otherwise no. Okay, these are pretty self-explanatory. Going to the next page. It's taking a long time. Maybe they will log us out. Yeah, see, session timed out. They did. Okay, so though as you could see, I was very cautious. I saved this form time and again every couple of seconds, but they still logged us out. So, and you will face this issue too, and it's very irritating to say the least. We are just getting started. Okay, so this one's retrieve an application, copy your application ID, paste it here, retrieve application, write your surname, then birth year, then answer to the security question. It will take you to the second to the last page, the last saved page. So this was our last saved page. As you can see, everything we did on the last page, it's gone. Oh no, it's still here. Okay, that's great. I'm not sure how, but I'm glad that it did. Okay, so any further sense traveling with you? No. Then so as we did, we selected no for all this. If anything applies to you, type yes. And most importantly, do not lie on DS-160. Don't lie. It's better for you to be honest on your DS-160 form. Okay, because if you lie and you get caught, then the least they will do is they won't issue you a visa, and the worst, maybe they will ban you for life. So anyway, don't lie, be honest. Okay, home address. If this is your home address, this is a actual home address, and this is your mailing address. So just write whatever is your whatever your home address is. I will just fill it like this. Okay, city, whatever, province, if you have an state or province, fill it up, otherwise doesn't apply. Postal or zip code, usually people have either zip or postal code, so just fill it up. It's not usual that you might not have any postal code or zip code, so type your postal code here or zip code, whatever you have. Otherwise, if you don't have, I'm sure that you have, but if you don't, then type select does not apply. Okay, country of region, as I'm from Bangladesh, I'll just select it. Is your mailing address the same as your home address? If it's not, select no, and then just type your mailing address. Otherwise, if it's the same, select yes, and you won't have to fill it up again. Okay, so I'll select no, because usually people not usually, I mean, for most people I know, their mailing address is different from home address. So anyway, I will just type random something, but you should type the actual address, okay? Street address, line address, actual one, okay? For me, I'm showing an example, and I have, I mean, the time, so time limit, because oh no, what happened? This can't happen. I mean, I do have the internet. Okay, glad that it didn't log us out. So anyway, just okay, they are asking for the postal code and in your mailing address. For me, for this example, there's no state or province, so I have selected does not apply. Postal receipt code and primary phone number, right? Type your phone number, whatever it is, secondary. If you have a secondary phone number, fill it up, otherwise does not apply. What phone number? If you do, type it, otherwise no, does not apply. Have you ever used any other phone number in the last 5 years? If you still have other phone numbers, then select yes and fill them up. What I mean, how many you need, just add another, otherwise just select no. Okay, email address, just select your email address. I will just type this one because, well, I'm not gonna type my real address here to be on record, so I'll just type this, but you should write your actual email address, okay? And I mean, whatever you use, and it should be accessible to you, okay? Have you used any other email address in the last 5 years? If you have, select yes, and just then they will give you the option to write everything down. Okay, they didn't. Okay, yeah, it appeared. Otherwise, just select no. Okay, I'll just select save. It's good to save it in a couple of seconds, otherwise they will just log you out. Okay, so now we come here. Do you have a social media presence? So there's some example social medias like Ask.fm, Duban. I'm not sure what Duban is anyway. So most of you might have Facebook. So select it and type your Facebook. I mean, some people just write their username. Username is okay if you type the just username, because username are, I mean, they are unique. But don't write your Facebook name. I mean, your name might not be unique, but your username is. So just write your username, social media, that social media username. Like for example, in this case, write your Facebook username or write the full address. How do you do that? Just go to your Facebook, Facebook from your browser, then go to your profile, and on the URL you will find the full link. It should be something like this: http dot maybe www, I'm not sure, but you don't need to remember, just .com/ then your username. Okay, so I'm just adding this as an example. If you have multiple Facebook account, just add another. No, it's not just for Facebook. You can, by adding another, you can add another social media. It could be Flickr, Google Plus. Ghost Plus doesn't exist, but they haven't updated their portal yet. Okay, anyway, Instagram, LinkedIn. So for DS-160, I would suggest you give all the social media information, but because it's for your own safety, otherwise they will find, I mean, if they want, they can figure that out. I mean, on internet, nothing, I mean, you can just hide. I mean, it's pretty hard to hide your true identity in the internet. I mean, even if you think you are, no one can see you, but you're always being watched or something. Anyway, so give your social media IDs here, whatever, I mean for all the social media you have. Then, do you wish to provide information of your presence on any other website, I mean, other than this listed ones? Then select yes and give those. Like For example, ResearchGate is not on this list, so you can type here, type yes, select yes, then type the name like ResearchGate, and then give your profile link here. If you don't have anything else other than this, whatever is on this list, then select no, and then first we will save it. Yes, continue application. Okay, now we will go to the next page. Okay, passport or travel documentation. Usually it's your passport. Whatever the category, it's usually regular. For official passport, it could be official or diplomatic. I'll assume it's regular, but whatever the category for, applies to you, just select that one. For my example, I'll select regular. Then passport number, maybe A0 something or whatever. Just use your actual passport. Okay, I'm just showing you an example. Passport book number, I'm not sure what it is. Some people might have passport book number. I don't, so I'll select does not apply. Issuing authority or country, Bangladesh. City I'll select Dhaka. State, province, if shown on passport, we don't have, for at least Bangladesh, we don't have any state or province shown on the passport, so I'll leave it blank, just blank. Okay, country of origin Bangladesh automatically selected. Issue date, select your issue date, passport issue date. You will find it on your passport, maybe 2020. Expiration date, maybe February. Okay, I'll go with February 2030. Or if it doesn't have, I'm not sure whether any passport comes with no expiration. Maybe some does, because well, they have this option here. So anyway, fill this information from your passport, including your passport number. Okay, have you ever lost a passport or had one stolen? If this is true, then select yes, otherwise select no. If it's if you select yes, then yes. Okay, we got logged out again. This will happen time and time again, and it's very irritating, but you have to deal with it. Bangladesh. Then this is BNBY. Retrieve an application. Paste your application ID number. The one you have saved it here. This was Jones, or whatever your surname is. Type in your birth year. Then this is your security answer to the security question. So yeah, don't expect to be done with your DS-160 in one setting. Just it will take more than a couple of days. Okay, so see, they didn't save it or could not save it, but fortunately your browser will remember the input, so that will help. City, city, maybe Dhaka. State, province doesn't apply for me, but if it applies for you, then go ahead. 23rd July, so I will select 22 July, then 2030. Lost, what happens if we select yes? If you have lost, then select yes, and number, then if you don't remember, then select do not no. Explain how did it got lost or was stolen. Otherwise, if you have not lost or stolen it, if you have not lost any passport, just select no, and then go to the next one. So in this page, you should select your US point of contact. So usually for F1 student, this is your info of your DSO or designated school official. So in our example, let's see who our school official is. So school official to contact upon arrival is Helen Robertson. She is PDSO. P for what, I'm not sure, maybe principal, designated school official or something. Anyway, so she is the person of contact, so just write her name. Okay, we don't need to copy it, we can just write it. Her name, surname is Robertson, as you can see, and first name is Helene. I guess it's Helene, the pronunciation, not sure. Okay, organization name is your school name. School name is whatever it is, you should know that. Okay, here in this case school name is SCPP, School for Advanced Civil Studies. Okay, so this is an example, so they have used an example name. I'm pretty sure this school does not exist. Okay, I'm not pretty sure, maybe its school does exist, who knows. Studies. Okay, there's a word limit, unfortunately. So anyway, write your organization's name and copy it because you might need it later. Okay, relationship to you, as this is a school official, select school official. Okay, now you have to write their address. Your address, their address is the same as your school address, so this is the same. Just do this, then Fort Washington, city is maybe Maryland, I'm not sure, whatever. I mean, you follow your I-20. Okay, whatever is in I-20 you follow that. Okay, I'm just showing you an example here. State is Maryland. I'll just save it for no thanks, but you should save this. Okay, when it prompts, it will save you later. Okay, zip code is 20744. Phone number. Okay, usually their phone number or email address won't be here, but you should email your DSO for their phone and email address, phone number and email address for I-20 purpose. Okay, just contact them, and when they give you their phone number and email, you should just write, place it here. And you don't expect to, as I say, don't expect to fill up the form at one sitting. You can, you can save your DS-160 in whatever condition it is and then come back to it later. Okay, so here you should fill up your family information, your father's surname. I'll just type this, given name, type this, date of birth, just randomly. I'll just, for example, type whatever your father's name and mother's name from their passport, and from date of birth too from their passport, whatever is in their passport, fill it up. Exactly like that. Okay, father in the is your father in the US? No. If he is, type yes, and maybe then you have to type more information. Let's see what appears. Father status. What is his status? Is he US citizen or legal permanent, a non-immigrant, or whatever? If he is in the US, and if he's not, select no. Same for mother. I'll just type randomly, but you should write exactly how their info appears on their passport. Okay, exactly like their passport. So 19, maybe 50, I'm not sure, just typing randomly. Is she in the US? No. Okay, so do you have any other immediate relatives not including your parents in the United States? So by immediate relative, what do they mean by immediate relatives? So it's here, means fiance, spouse, child, sibling. If either of them in the US, if yes, select yes, and maybe then you have to give their status or something, surname, given name, like this. If none of them are, then select no, and most importantly, do not lie or hide any fact or data. Okay, if any of them are, select yes or no. You might be afraid that it might have any impact on your visa, but it might not have. But if you lie, that it might have, so don't lie. Okay, so do you have any other relatives in the US? Any other means other than your fiance or spouse or child or sibling or father and mother. So they could be your cousin, or I mean uncle, aunt, whatever. So they are other relative. If they are, select yes. So for other relatives, even if you select yes, even if you, some people are, they won't ask you for the information because they don't care. And if none of them are, then select no. Okay, next. So in this page you have to, I mean, provide your spouse's information, because, and you have to select fill this up, because you have select, for our example we have selected, we are, I mean, this example person is married, so they are asking for spouse's information. Select randomly, I mean I'm filling up randomly, but you should select exactly as it appears on the passport. Okay, maybe your spouse is 95 or whatever. Country select spousal country. For our example, we have selected Bangladesh. Country of region Bangladesh, you select as it appears on their passport. Okay, spouse's address same as the home address you have filled up, or mailing address, or whatever. Okay, so usually it's your mailing address, because mailing address is where you currently are, and your, I'm guessing your spouse is too, I mean if you are married. Okay, if you are not married, if you have selected single as your marital status, then you don't have this page, so don't worry. So next is your education, work and education information. So okay, primary occupation. So now you have all this work category like agriculture, artist or performer, business, computer science, excuse me, education, engineering, homemaker, student. If you are not currently doing anything as a student, select student. If you are working in social science, select that. If you are retired, select that. But usually you won't, I mean, go for an F-1 visa, a student visa, when you are retired. So, but they have kept all the options open, because this is a generic portal, DS-160. If you are in the research, select this, whatever it is. If you are not employed currently, then select this. If you are a homemaker now, I mean whatever applies to you, select that one. So I will select maybe say engineering. Okay, just for example. Well, they have kicked us out again, session timed out, so we have to log in again. It's not fun, I'm telling you. So it's Bangladesh, then 4K HUV, retrieve an application, paste it or type it, whatever you prefer, but you have to do it time and again, so pasting it is better. Type your surname, birth year, and your security answer, security questions answer. Spouse's name. Okay, now work, education, training. So yeah, as I was saying, select your primary occupation, whatever it is. For our example case, we are selecting engineering. So yeah, present employer, school name. If as you select, we have selected engineering, so we should write our employer's name. I have just written, I mean, see, just abruptly write it. Street address, city, province. If we have province, for Bangladesh we don't have any state or province, I should select does not apply. Postcode, select any postcode. Phone number, I mean phone number, country of region, Bangladesh, or whatever it is for you, select that one. Start date of your employment, I mean select the start date when you've started working for this company. I don't know, it's up to you. Just monthly income in local currency, not in US dollar. Okay, if employed, of course. If you are not employed, select does not apply. If employed, write your income in local currency, whatever it is. Maybe in local currency it is maybe 200,000. I'm not sure. It's what's your annual income, okay, oh sorry, monthly income, and briefly describe your duty, describe your job duties, or I mean job responsibility. I'll just type this, but you should actually write your job description, okay. Then we will go to the next page. Okay, I'm selecting no thanks, but you should select yes when they prompt you for saving your address, because that will help you later. Seriously. But previously employed, if you were select yes, then you have to give your previous employers addresses. Here, employer name, address, employer name, street address, city, state, province does not apply for me, postal code, country of origin, Bangladesh, telephone number, one, okay, I'm not sure, okay, job title, select your, write your job title, whatever. Interestingly, they won't ask you for your supervisor's name for your current job, but for your previous job, I'm not sure why. So anyway, type your supervisor's name, surname, then given name, employment date from for this job, because this is your previous job, so you should type maybe 2020, 21 maybe. So describe your job duty or your responsibility. Have you attended any education institution? Okay, before that we will just save it, otherwise they will kick us out and we will lose all our saved work, unsaved work. Have you attended any educational institutions at secondary or higher level? So list all your education above your educational institution above your secondary level, okay. So yes, obviously, but we will just save it. Okay, look, we have selected yes, asking for educational institution, street address, city, province. Just select, excuse me, whatever applies for you, country of origin, course of study, maybe it's bachelor in engineering or whatever, I mean whatever it is for you, type that one. Attended from maybe 8, 20, maybe 14, okay. Add another one if you have another one. So address, street, so you should excuse me, I mean enlist everything that is above secondary level. Below secondary level or at secondary level you should not type anything, okay. So this one, just type whatever it is that applies for you, I mean it's what applies for you. Date of attendance, make sure it's the actual one, okay. I mean if you might not remember the exact date, but make sure I mean it's not too far-fetched or too far away from the reality of or the actual, I mean it's okay to not to remember the actual date, but it should be, I mean as true as possible. I mean, do you belong to a clan or tribe? If yes, select yes, otherwise no. For most people maybe no, then select no, and if it's yes, then select yes. And language name, provide a list of language you speak. So English, then for my example case it's Bengali. If you speak any other language, add another one. Have you traveled to any countries or region within the last 5 years? If you have, type yes and you will be asked for that country. If no, then select no, okay. you won't be asked any other question, just the country name if you have. So just select the country and write the country name. Have you belonged to, contribute to, work with any professional, social, charitable organization? If you have, and yes, otherwise no. Do you have any specialized skills or training such as firearms, explosives, nuclear, biological or chemical experience? If yes, yes, or otherwise no. Have you ever served in the military? Yes or no. Whatever applies to you, no. Have you ever served? Okay, all this answer to the questions I'm giving with respect to the example person that I'm filling this information for. I mean for example purpose, okay? And you should fill that up whatever is true for you, okay? Have you ever served in, been a member of, been involved with paramilitary unit, vigilante unit, rebel group or insurgent organization? No. Then go to next one. Okay, glad that they didn't kick us out, log us out. Do you have a communicable disease of public health insurance? Whatever that, cancroid, gonorrhea, gramophobia, whatever it is. If it's yes, select yes, otherwise no. You have a mental or physical disorder that poses a threat to the safety of welfare of yourself or others? No. If it's yes for you, select yes. Are you or have you been a drug abuser or addict? No. So I'm filling this up as an example, okay? So you should always fill it up with information that's true for you, okay? Always go with the truth, never hide or lie in DS-160 form. It's taking longer, maybe they will just sign us out. Let's see. Taking longer than usual. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they will just sign us out. Let's see. Usually, yeah, session timed out. We have to sign in again. I'm not sure why. I've been just saving the progress time and again every couple of seconds, as you can see. But anyway, this will happen to you too. Don't laugh now. Retrieve an application. Application ID. Jones. Your birth year. Then retrieve application. Okay, they have taken us in the second to they will usually take you to the second to the last page that you are working on, because that's the last saved page. Okay, have you ever been arrested or convinced or any of the offense or crime even though subject of a pardon, amnesty or no? Have you ever been violated or engaged in a conspiracy to violate or any law? No. Are you coming to the US to engage in prostitution or unlawful commercialized vice, or have you been engaged in prostitution? No. Have you ever been involved in a seek to engage in money laundering? No. Have you ever committed or conspired to commit human trafficking? No. Have you ever knowingly aided, abetted, assisted or colluded with an individual who has committed? No. Usually all these answers to questions are no for most of the people, I believe. If any answer is yes to you, just select yes. Whatever applies to you, okay? For my example case, nothing applies. This doesn't apply, so I'm selecting no, okay? But I'm telling you yet and again that if any answer is yes for you, then select yes by all means. Do you seek to engage in espionage, sabotage? No. Do you seek to engage in terrorist activities? No. Have you ever or do you intend to provide financial assistance? No. Are you a member of a representative terrorist organization? No. Are you the spouse or daughter of who has engaged in terrorist activity? No. Have you ever been ordered, incited, committed? No. Have you ever committed no? Have you ever committed no? Okay, usually these questions are no. I'm not reading the rest of them, but these are all no. Okay. Otherwise, of course, you have committed one or more of these crimes or whatever is in there. So just go to, you should read all of them. Okay, I'm not reading them because usually for most people these are no, but as an individual and while filling up your form, you should read every question thoroughly and answer whatever applies to you. Okay. Okay, have you ever been sought to obtain a visa? No. Have you ever been removed or deported from any country? No. But if it applies to you or any of them, select yes. Okay. So going to the next page. Have you ever withheld custody of it? No. Have you voted in? No. Have you ever renounced? No. Okay. Now the last page is your additional point of contact from your country. Okay, you have indicated that you will studying in the some capacity while in the state. List at least 2 contacts in your country of residence who can verify the information that you have provided on this application. Do not list immediate family members or other relatives. Okay, postal office box numbers are unacceptable. Okay, so write surname. You should write 2 contact names from your country, but they can be your family members or relatives. Okay, they could be your colleague and maybe your friend. I'm not sure, but yeah, people they could be your acquaintances, even better. But they should know you well. And why are you going to the US? Okay, state or province for Bangladesh does not apply. Zip code, country of or origin, telephone number. Give any telephone number, email address. Just copy and paste it. Just use actual person's info and person that knows you well. Okay, don't lie here. Don't try to game the system or anything. Okay, so and postal code, country of region Bangladesh, telephone number is this, email address. Okay, email address is this, maybe service. Okay, you should have a service ID, and your service ID is mentioned in your I-20. For our example, the service ID is this one. Okay, so copy this and paste it. Okay, it doesn't copy well, no problem. We will use Google Lens to copy this. So you should save your service ID, though it's on your I-20, but nonetheless you should save all the important numbers or data somewhere. Okay, saving it online may be better, where you can always have access of them. Okay, name of school, your school name is, in our case, this is our school name. Fill them up from your I-20. School name is this one, so you should type this one. Country of course of study, your course of study is written here. Economics journal, this one, so write this one, economics. Okay, whatever is in your I-20, write exactly that one. Okay, okay, the course of study is actually economics comma general. Okay, so write exactly that. I will just copy it. Street address, whatever is in your I-20, this one. Okay, I'll just type it randomly. State is Maryland. Postal code is whatever applies, whatever is in the postal code. For us, the postal code is this one. Okay, I'll just change it. And now lastly, photo, sample photo for DS-160. Okay, read this instruction. Okay, eyeglasses are no longer allowed. We'll just download the sample photo. Always know the rules of the photo, okay? And upload your take a photo that goes that abides by the rule of US embassy, okay, of your country. Taking long time. This person that does not exist. Okay, I'm just using this random photo generator, but this is not prescribed photo format, okay? But I'm just using an example, okay? So don't follow this photo. Your photo should be facing the camera, and they also have AI, I believe. So upload selected photo. They are uploading the photo. Let's see whether it works. Image exceeds maximum file size. Okay. Okay, I will just save this photo instead. Image resizer. Okay, if your file size is more than 240 kilobyte, they will just not accept it, okay? So then use any online resizer. .240, okay, export. I believe now it will work. Upload selected photo. Let's see. So go to a photo studio and take a professional US Embassy grade photo. Continue using this photo. Okay, it's an AI made photo. Wow, session timed out. We are at the last moment of our form, and anyway, bad luck. Unfortunately, we have to SJNE retrieve an application. Jones 1993 Bells. You have to upload the photo again, no problem. Upload selected photo. Okay, continue using this photo. Okay, now review. As we have filled up our form, when you're done filling up your form, you should review them. You should take a printout and review all the information. This is page by page. At the end, you can take the full print of the full DS-160. So don't worry, they'll give give you the option. Just review every information, and if you believe any information is, I mean, you need to edit something, then go to that information. If okay, so yeah. Just review all the information and don't, I mean, don't even think of filling up all the information of DS-160 at one sitting, and don't even try to. Okay, fill it up. I mean, take days, even months, doesn't matter. Okay, did anyone assist you in filling up this information? I mean, if you have selected, even if you have watched any YouTube tutorial video like mine or anything else, and if you have taken help from your friend or something, that doesn't matter, but you have, I mean, actually filled it up, then select no. But if anyone else has done this for you, then select yes and fill in their information. Okay, but I believe after watching this video you can select this by yourself. If you have any question, you can just comment it and I'll just answer it. Enter your passport or travel document number. Enter your passport number, enter the code, this text capture, and W4. Sign and submit. Sign and submit, they will give you the electronic signature. Okay, so your passport number, it doesn't match. Okay, we have to go to the review because I filled it up a false, I mean an example passport number. So this was our passport number. I should probably save it here. I mean, though it's travel. So 1 minute, I'll just reverse scroll direction. Okay, it's nothing. This was my mouse setting. I just, it is not related to DS-160, don't worry. Okay, so yeah, okay, one thing you have to, I mean, you have to edit anything or save DS-160 at least once in 30 days, last 30 days, otherwise that DS-60 will get cancelled. Okay, so it's better to, I mean, review your DS-160 form if you have not submitted it yet, in every couple of days, maybe every 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, or 7 days. Okay, passport number, we will paste it here. Okay, do that, and okay, we're submitting our DS-160. Okay, we have submitted our DS-160. Now confirmation, we'll download the confirmation. It's important, you should always download and print the confirmation. Okay, first print the confirmation. Okay, this is your confirmation page. You have to take it to your embassy, I mean visa interview. So just save it somewhere first. You can print it, print application. You can print the whole application DS-160. Okay, you should also do that. You don't need to take your whole application to the embassy, no, but you need this whole application for your purpose, for going through whatever info you have filled the DS-160 with. Okay, so okay, so that's it. So thank you very much. You can now just exit it or create another DS-160. So I mean, that's it. This is how you should, fill up your DS-160 form if you are an F1 student. I believe I've gone through everything and shared with you the tips that helped me, and also I believe will help you. And if you have any queries, any issues while filling it up, just reach out to me in the comment section of this video. I will answer it. And yeah, just best wishes, and remember to always be truthful. Don't hide anything. Don't lie to in your DS-160 form, and give the accurate information, of course. And another thing is DS-160, another hack for DS-160 is, don't submit it. It's usually better if you don't submit it maybe 7 days ago. Just submit your DS-160 form maybe 15 to 10 days ago, your scheduled visa appointment. And before that, you should just change a little bit of your DS-160 and save it, and you should do this. But you it's better not to submit it until you are very near to the interview date. If it's just 10 days before your interview, you should submit DS-160, but before that you should not, because you will still have the chance to revise something. Maybe you have given some information you didn't know back then, but after some time you realized after talking with someone that you need to change it, or you need to use other information. I have pretty much explained everything that you should use, but still you might, people, human just make mistakes, so you might make any mistake. So you have the chance to update your information if you don't submit it. But once you have submitted your DS-160, you can submit that DS-160. But yeah, of course, you can fill up another DS-160 and submit it. Then you can take that to the embassy. But recently, embassy doesn't accept another DS-160 or like that. So yeah, so why take the chance when you can just be careful? So just continue saving your DS-160 every couple of days and submit it just maybe 10 days ago of your visa, and you will be all right. So thank you very much. It was a long video. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye bye.